vanity items in the Crew Motorfest. They let you turn boring cars like this into cars that look like this. Some are, admittedly, a little silly. Actually, they're on theme with when this video comes out. And some of them are a lot more serious and let you make more realistic builds. Vanity items have been in the Crew since the Crew 2. In fact, a lot of the vanity items in Motorfest are from the Crew 2. That's actually why I have so many. And you can tell, because any of the silly ones, the ugly ones, the cartoonish ones, those are from the Crew 2. Then again, Motorfest has had a little fun, and every now and then they'll come out with a banger. But for the most part, Motorfest has kept all of their vanity items serious and realistic. But I'm here today to use my extensive vanity collection in this game to go through and show you what I think some of the best vanities in the game are. And I don't just mean looks-wise. I mean, some of these vanities have specific things that actually do make them, undeniably, some of the best in the game. And, we'll have some laughs along the way. I'm gonna pick from each type of vanity. So, the first one is obviously... Now, tires gets an honorable mention, because this is a vanity so exclusive that it's not even a vanity. Since the Crew 2, the Crew started offering base versions of the different vanity tires. Just all the different types of tires that are in the game, there was a base model of those tires. White walls, whether that was the stretched asphalt, tires from drag, tires from rally, tires from, well, even monster truck tires. These were just general tires that you could put on any car. But you might notice the tires that I have on right now, the semi-slick tires, we still don't have base model semi-slick tires. And those designers at Ivory Tower will put semi-slicks. What? Those designers at Ivory Tower will put semi-slick tires on anything. Any car that's an addition of some sort will have these same damn semi-slicks on it. Semi-slicks, 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 semi-slicks. Ivory Tower, please, give us base semi-slicks. Now, an honorable mention definitely has to go in the tires category to lettered tires, the base Squad X tires. Now, not the line ones. The ones I'm talking about are these Squad X's with the Squad X logo on them. And this one is definitely a bias on my part. Look, it's most likely something from my childhood. Growing up with the Cars movie, there's a very big reason I like lettered tires. It's because they remind me of like race cars and stuff, and Lightning McQueen and whatnot. And I will say, my love for them is fading fast. Little trauma PTSD there for you guys. But that's mostly because these are obviously very clearly road tires with lettered tires. The semi-slicks in game, again, I'm back at the semi-slicks. They have the Yamaha lettering around them, right? The like proper, they're race tires with lettering on them. I want slicks. Give me lettered slicks. This is another request I read down. I want base semi-slicks and I want base slicks but with lettering. Except the slicks with lettering can be a vanity that you have to buy. I'd understand that. But an honorable mention for tires definitely goes to lettered, just because you're able to use them on so much. Let's talk about the best tires that are in the game. And the thing is, it's actually joint. It's not just one. The two best vanity tires in the game are the Rofo Redline tires and the Golden Stripe tires. These ones and the Rofo Redlines for a very specific reason. See, what you might not know is that vanity tires do actually make a difference. Even though they're called vanities and they shouldn't, vanity tires do definitely make a difference. They make your car wider, obviously, because some vanities are they're different shapes and stuff. So, suspension placement of the car has to change so that they can accommodate the different tire size, compound, all of it. So, the tires with the best placement is according to, well, the game's physics. And since the Crew 2, the game's physics have been the wider the car, the better it handles. That's why wide bodies make your car faster as well. And I mean, you can see just how much wider this makes the car. I'll put like a side-by-side on screen right now. It's drastic how much wider this makes the cars. And what that ends up doing is it's sort of a mix of things. It's just sort of better handling, but also it's carrying more speed. The thing just carries way more speed through turns. And this applies for any car. This will make any car quicker. And also what it does is it's one of the only advantages you can get in Grand Race. Because see, if you didn't know, again, Grand Race is all put to the same level. It's fair PvP. So you can use your own cars, but everyone will be put in the exact same part sets, right? Everyone's just maxed out, no matter what. So the only ways you can really get an advantage is stuff like pro setting, stuff like difficulty settings, and putting a wide body on your car, or putting on vanity tires, because those vanity tires give you a performance boost with turning. And obviously they won't make your car straight line speed better, but they will make your car carry more speed through turns, give you more control to get bashed into a wall. Yeah, great, I'd love control for that. And that goes for both the Rofo Redline tires and the Golden Stripe tires. These two are easily the best vanity tires in the game. I mean, though, an honorable mention, it has to go to the Skull Emoji tires. I mean, look, I've got them on the Verstappen, and every time I use them, people are always like, what the hell are those tires? And I have to say, they're from the Crew 2. Every time someone's like, where did you get those tires? The Skull Emoji tires, they are so stupid and so good. They provide no performance boost. They are just really funny. And also the choice to make them slicks. If you were wondering where I finished in that Grand Race, I finished 10th. Right, let's talk about... Now, there's a lot of stupid ones here that deserve some honorable mentions. It's stuff like the Aurora Borealis coming from your tires, the lightning one, the dragons coming from your tires, the trail ones that actually leave a trail everywhere you drive, like the Advection? Whatever the hell that is. The lean smoke, the toxic goo smoke, and I mean the ones that spew sharks and bats. You can tell a lot of these are from the Crew too. But some of the best have to be Electric Impact, which, if my DeLorean was more on theme, gives you a very, very nice whooshing effect and an electrical build-up as well. I mean, this one's just a cool looking smoke. Right, and there'll be a theme with ones that I think are the best here, the dense smoke, because it's just sort of a different type of smoke, and it looks good in photos and stuff, and it's just a decent, well, dense smoke. They started doing this in the Crew 2 a bunch. Essentially, every Crew 2 update, you would get a smoke that was essentially just a normal smoke, but different. In fact, the next one has to be the Prohibited Dream Smoke, because it's one that, again, it's basically a normal smoke, but just better, because it does that. It has a massive, massive kickback on the smoke. So again, I mean, just imagine using this for, like, drag cars and stuff like that. It's got a massive okay, definitely needs a remaster, because oh god, that might even ruin it for me. Okay, yeah, there's a bunch of smokes from the Crew 2 that need a remaster. A lot of the Crew 2 vanities and stuff have been sort of ruined. This one, you can very much see it's you can see what it is. But this smoke, and when it just initiates the massive kickback, oh, it's quite nice. And if I had to pick one more silly one, it would actually be a Motorfest one. It's the Electric Smoke, which does this as soon as you set off, and also does it when you burn out, and also continues behind you whenever you, well, smoke. Definitely better than the Crew 2's electric smokes. I mean, look at it. Look at how cool that is. It's on the ground. Next on the list is... Now, I like nitros because, well, they are very usable. Smokes, I find, lean into too silly. And same with underglows. I don't like them because they're permanently there. I like nitros because they just kind of like, you know, you can put the silliest of silly nitros on a car. It doesn't really matter. I feel like it still kind of works because, you know, you only see them when you nitro. So I do that. I put the dumbest of nitros on cars, except for when I don't. As from the Bike Lovers playlist, the Bike Lovers Nitro, honestly, I think serves as just a really good basic NOS to use. On anything with a slightly more warmer color palette, this nitrous just looks like a better nitrous. I'd almost consider it a default. Anything I don't really know what to put, what nitrous to put on, if it's not too themed or anything, I'll go with that. The Bike Lovers NOS, and in fact that kind of goes for the next one as well when it comes to best nitruses. And quickly look, yeah, there is a lot of fun, silly nitruses. There's the prismatics, and there's the bats coming at you NOS, and there's yeah, there's so many silly nitruses that also do work. honorable mentions, we'd be here forever. Dark Cyan is what I use instead of base NOS. Essentially, I will always replace a Nitrous, if I can, with Dark Cyan. Because this one, it's just a better looking than base NOS. Base NOS is blue. This is a good blue NOS. So I'll always switch it out for Dark Cyan. And as the last two in the best NOSes, I quite like these ones. This one, specifically, the Mad NOS, just visually, but it's not as usable on everything, and the same style of NOS that is usable on everything is the Steam, what even is it actually? Is it Prohibited Dream as well? No, it's the Petrol. It's Petrol. I know it. Petrol Nitro. This Nitrous is a very good, I don't know what it is about the Steam style, but I like it. What's even next? I think it's... Look, underglows, I don't really like them, so just put, like, joint, this segment underglows. I think they're a good replacement for the regular, just straight line underglows, which just look a bit too fake. I like the segments because they look a smidge more realistic, and they've got a bit of flickering to them, so it helps. Put that, these base ones there, as the best underglows. I used to like the silly stuff like this, but you could say I've matured out of it. I guess these are fine as well, but I don't know, why is it glowing around the tires? What are you putting, you're putting lights at the tires? But underglows, they really just aren't my vibe. I mean, the blinkings are nice, yeah. Just any that's just a base color, right? Those are the ones I like, really. And I wish they did more realistic ones, because there's all these ones which, they're fine. There's a reason they don't do ones like these in the Crew Motorfest. They're mostly all from the Crew too. But some can be good for a theme, and that brings us again back to the DeLorean, where with the lightning one included, giving it that Back to the Future style, I like those underglows. That one right there, which is like breaking up the right? It's still a bit cringe, but it helps. And finally, this underglow, which comes back the week before Halloween. This has to be one of my favorite. The clawing arms on the car. I love it. I loved it in the Crew 2. I love it in this game. I barely use it because even I go a bit more realistic with the Crew Motorfest vanities and designs. But it's just so stupid and so good. Best underglow in the game. We have, in fact, it does barrel rolls. We have every single color underglow, and then this one. Next is wind. I mean, I don't know, black. It's fine, it's the most usable on everything. I mean, I quite like some of these for certain themes. I just don't like a single one of the animated window tints. They just go way too deep into goofy for me. I will say, though, some of these window tints, I wish they weren't glowing, right? There's certain window tints that are supposed to look like they're a thing on the window, but oh, damn! Never mind, I like window tints now. But again, why is it glowing? Why is it flickering? Have it be solid. Why is it doing that? And then there's some really silly ones. Vintage window tint is good. This one, again, I wish it was solid rather than glowing. I like iridescent window tint. That's pretty good, but again, I'm most likely to just use black. Oh, well, now... I don't know. I don't really vibe with horns nowadays. And honestly, horns have broken my heart because the best horn was Sweet and Icy on the Crew 2. And that's not it. All we have is Trap Spangled Banner. It's alright, it's just not on the level of Sweet and Icy. Every horn gets a 0, and they're all bad because the Crew doesn't let you properly preview them. You just have to, like, hover over them and then wait. No! What the hell is that? Cop Siren gets a best only because of one of the ones coming up. Next is... And well, I've already got a video for this. I ranked every single engine sound in the game, and Ultracharger is what I put at the top. Oh god, like, it glows so bright. Why does it glow? Why does it glow? Which Ultracharger, obviously... Why the hell is my Revuelto on EV? Of course, Ultracharger adds... From that to this. as well as new pop sound. And it's a kit, so it actually retains the bass engine sound style and just adds on top of it. Easily the best, but I've got a video going more in depth on engine sounds. This one's definitely good, but also, if you didn't know, and I'm not going to talk about it too much because it's really negligible. It used to be a lot more at the beginning of the game, but engine sounds, they really shouldn't. But engine sounds do actually make a difference on performance. A weird one. Some of them make your gears slower. Some of them make your car quicker. Some of them make your acceleration quicker. It's strange. And for that, it's the VAF1. Where is it? VAAGP? How can I? There you go. VAAGP. It makes your car quicker. It used to be a lot more quicker. Now it's kind of negligible. So I guess that's joint best. Next, we're on Roof. Now, if you watched a recent video of mine, you'll know exactly what I'm going to say here. It's this. It's the whole reason I even made this video. The red and blue police topper. And the crazy thing about this is, especially before this upcoming update in November, this is the only red and blue police topper in the game, police rooftop. The other ones are, well, purple or any other kind of silly color, but the main ones, which would be here if I did this with before this Vanity, would be these. They're all red and orange. Security vehicle colors. Colors for cars that aren't, well, actual police. But this seems to have slipped through some cracks because this is a real police topper. That's not something that I thought was ever supposed to be in the game. See, the thing is, even with the upcoming update, that upcoming update has the police as dog extreme neon dog vs cat police. Still unrealistic, but this topper right here lets you finally make true and proper realistic police cars. What? Easily making it the best. In fact, I bought it recently. If you play PC, someone in the top of the custom show right now has this car. So, go and buy it from there. It's an easy purchase because, well, you get the police topper. And as you can see, I've put other police toppers. I hope they release that one. The modern police topper. I hope they do that one, but with the red and blue. Because this one's a bit more of an old school police topper. It's still cool though. And yeah, I am so happy. And I don't know, rooftops for the rest of them. Some of them move, and that's really cool. This one moves right and left as you drive. This one wobbles now as they change that. They've got wobbly ones, like the Rabbit, which wobbles now, as you can see. Yes, we did get jiggle physics in the Crew Motorfest. Shout out the yellow duck. Shout out the cup at the top of the car. That works for any kind of, like, street build. I really like it. And this video would be it would be wrong of me not to give the biggest shout out to, actually, what? Drift Cam? I use that on a lot of any, like, race car. And Cosmo the Turtle. Cosmo the Turtle, for the fans out there, for the SidWaj viewers who have been watching for a while, Cosmo the Turtle gets a shout out. And at the very bottom is it's the skull with the hat. It's the skull, it's the cool skull with the hat. I mean, that's the best. It's the skull with the hat. It was never gonna be anything else. It was always gonna be the skull with the hat. Oh, also, these speakers would also be high up, but like, they're bright green, and they're a bit small. They don't really work on many other things. I mean, it's the skull with the hat. But that's also because we haven't gotten a lot of these yet. Some are just playlist-based, and then we've only got a few unique ones. Drill for, like, customizers, I guess, and then oh, it's a sticker gun, I see. And then you've got the donk. You know, they gotta do more of them, like stuff like the hula girl. They've already got the asset, just shrink it down so I can have 2 hula girls in my on and in my car. And that's it. That's the best vanities in the Crew Motorfest across the whole game. I hope you enjoyed and did agree or disagree with a lot of these. Thank you to popular members, especially thanks to famous members, and an insane thank you to star members. We don't have any. Become a star member. And an insane top of the top thank you to icon members. HK, I'll see you boys in the next one. That's about it from me in a bit.